Hey everyone, this is the Nerd Review. This is my very first YouTube channel, my very first YouTube video, and to start off, I figured out, you know what? Let's review The Mandalorian Episode 1. I gotta say, I loved it, and I'm gonna give a brief synopsis and just kind of some of the events that happened. And hopefully you follow along and you like what you see. And if you do, hit that like button. And if you really like it, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate all y'all's time. And thank you for coming to watch my content. But if you haven't seen episode 1 of The Mandalorian, please note there will be spoilers. So I'm going to be going over some of the things that happened. And if you haven't seen it, please, stop, watch the episode, and then come back and watch my video, and we can talk about it. Leave a comment in the comments, and I'd love to geek out with some of you guys. So, starting out, we're in like a frozen tundra off the bat. Already starts off 100% different than any other Star Wars film. And he's headed towards this tavern. He has this tracker, and it's leading him towards his bounty, towards his prey. So he starts heading that way, and you see him just all business. And first thing he does when he gets into the tavern, just like any other tavern scene in Star Wars, is he orders a drink. And then, bar fight ensues, craziness happens, and he ends up just wrecking shop. So you automatically know he's something special, and he's going to be, the biggest, baddest dude there is, which is good for a main character. And this blue guy right here, turns out he's the bounty. And it's not any of these other crazy guys that he ends up beating up. It's literally the blue squirmish dude that they're trying to harvest his clans because they sell good for like the pheromones, I'm guessing. So he comes into the bar and, business as usual, which is really cool because it ends up being kind of an homage to all the other Star Wars movies with bar scenes. Star Wars, any of the ones with Obi-Wan and Luke or Anakin. So he shows him the bounty puck and says, hey, you're the bounty. And he gets this Beskar in return for the bounty. And so what he takes this Beskar, which ends up being what they call like Mandalorian iron or steel, which is really durable. It's so durable, in fact, that it can actually withstand blaster shots or like blunt force trauma. And so he takes this Beskar, which is their Mandalorian steel, and he ends up getting this pauldron forged. So basically they're like reclaiming their, sacred metal. So he puts this pauldron on and travels off to Dantooine. He got a bounty while he was there that, they said like, hey, this one's hardcore. He talked to some Imperial guys and they said, look, we have a whole mound of Beskar for you. And he's like, well, that sounds really great. I'd love some Beskar. So he travels off to Dantooine to start this bounty. And, he doesn't really ask what the catch is, but it's a lot of Beskar, so it's got to be super hard. So he gets to Dantooine. First thing he does when he gets to Dantooine is sit around and kind of scope out the area and gets attacked by one of these big fish monsters. He ends up getting saved by alien Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte teaches him how to ride one of these alien fish guys. And honestly, I liked it. He was pretty cool. So after a quick montage, he learns how to ride one of these alien fish things with legs. And he goes off to go get his bounty, who, alien Nick Nolte said, man, there's been a lot of dudes in. It's been chaos in the valley. Everyone's going for this thing. So he's like, okay, cool. He ends up meeting up with a bounty hunter, droid robot. And this dude just wrecks shop with him. And, they end up wiping out like a whole compound full of bad guys. And it's like 20, 25 people, and they just wreck shop, kill them all. So they open the door, and they find a, ball, like a floating ball, almost like a cradle, and they open it, and they find a baby Yodeling. It looks like Baby Yoda, but, Yoda just died, so I don't know what the chances are of it actually being Yoda, but one of Yoda's species they find. And the droid says, hey, we need to kill it. and the Mandalorian just shoots him in the head. And so you already see that he's doing the right thing, not trying to hurt a poor defenseless thing. And they end the episode with this, them touching fingers, kind of like the Da Vinci Sistine Chapel. It was very symbolic, and it really made a good impact. I would have to give this episode at least 4 out of 5 stars if we're going to do a star rating system from now on. It was very good, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. It made me really excited to see what happens in the next episode. So I hope y'all guys like my quick little rundown of episode 1. If you did, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys for episode number 2. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.